All right, there we are. We're back. We're switching things over. I'm way behind on today's stuff. And how much time do we have? 3 hours and 20 minutes to finish out today. And I know I have a lot to do. So this will be the easiest time to get it in. And we have daily challenges. None of this is even started yet. Win 3 classic battles using at least 1 spirit champion. This is going to suck trying to find 3 winnable matches with a spirit champion. Let's try this one with... Here. We'll do the old squad just to see. Did I pay for the new pass? Not yet. But I really probably will. Oh, we're going to get the shit kicked out of it on this one. I got no speed, and they were way ahead of me. Anything above 3,200, I'm struggling to find wins. And anything above, I think I made it to like 3,800 last time before it reset. And it was rough.
Redknot27 says, since we're not allowed to be on our phones anymore, I played American Revolution fife and drum marching music all day on my Bluetooth speaker and will continue to do this for the next 34 days.
I'm going to waste a few gems. Here we go. We got some easy ones. I made it. I didn't hit the 4,000. I got to 38 or 3,900. I'd lose. You just play the singles like this. I just do my daily stuff. I haven't put a whole lot of effort into going as high as I can, as I've just been farming materials. Watch this, 100K. This I am gonna get. I want to play this just to see, but I am gonna get the shit smacked out of me. This is gonna be a bad loss, but I want to see it. Wait, I've actually got the speed. Maybe not. Never mind. As long as I can make it out of the unkillables, I'll be golden. I have the speed, but I don't have the damage. Nope. Told you. Couldn't do it. Once you have this, it's the speed, but I just can't do it. Here, we'll do one more time. Here, we'll get another daily out. That's 15 gems wasted. What do you guys think of the free legendary? I haven't used her yet. Haven't used her at all. I'm still just kind of, she's in my back pocket. Just to see how she handles things. Let's switch to my main squad. And I started re-gearing Ninja. I started re-gearing Ninja. So he's not giving as much right now that he normally does. Back up to 3,200. All right, that should be... I'm trying to get all the daily stuff complete, so... Upgrade gauntlets to level 8. Dude, I don't think I have anyone who doesn't already have gauntlets in play. Maybe somebody's got a shitty one I can swap out. Why does she have 4-star gauntlets? Ugh. Like, we're getting into the faction war shit.
Fifacris21 says, did you not pull for double legendary, or are you waiting for 2x ancient?
I'm waiting for a better... If I can get like 10 times, I'll use it. But I'm waiting for a better opportunity. Crit rate. Attack. Persistence. HP. 4%. No speed. We'll wait. Who can we train to 8 real quick just to do it? HP defense. We'll do this one. I can see myself using this in somebody just to do it. The 2 times is better than the 10 times. Maybe I'll look at it and see what it actually is. Is it still going on? Is there still a summons boost right now? Then we can't do the weekly without the pass, right? Upgrade champions levels in sparring pit. Sell 75 artifacts. 100 debuffs on dungeon bosses while beating them. So where is it? Extra legendary. Summon any legendary champion to get a different extra one as a bonus. Should I use it? It's 10. I can spend 200,000 right now and just drop 10. That's not the... I don't want to do it. So the 2 times is this weekend. I have not bought the Forge Pass. I'll hold the Ancient Shards till this weekend. 3 Void, 10 Ancient. That's why I'm holding it. It didn't look as exciting as... It wasn't worth doing it. Okay, so tag team. 3 more tag team. 4 different affinities. Let's swap her out with a Void. Who can we put in? We'll just use Cold Heart. Get this done. I think it's this weekend. We'll watch. I'll wait. It just didn't feel like the summons boosts lately were worth it. How many of these do we have to do? I think I have to do 5 total. Two times P specific shard. You must be doing something right. Your power level is similar in tag team. I haven't put much effort into tag team. I have like the shittiest defense here. Look, there's my defensive squad. Just to keep me on the low end of things, just so these matches are simple. And they're not my strongest. I've got them just set up for speed. Once I get Drexthar Bloodthwing, is that who it is? Blood Thing? Blood Thing? Once I get Blood Thing, I'm going to start actually paying attention to tag team and start moving up. But right now I've just been gathering points to be able to claim him.
Chris21 says, oh, how many days you off?
I'm like 50. I keep forgetting to claim it. I probably there's probably nothing claimed right now. Well, look. Yeah, see, there was nothing going. And we'll look and see where it is. $55. I'm 55 through. I'm 45 days off. 45 days. So annoying. So we need Faction Wars, Crips. We need a boss. Thanks for the follow. Yeah. Lizard Men. We'll do the boss real quick. One time, and then just to get that one completed, and then we'll come back. At least John has returned. The Unkillable almost killed him off. I haven't been back to Clan Boss to worry about putting a Clan Boss team together for a very long time. I got my numbers up to I'm hitting Nightmare at about 25 mil, and I think now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot to do that this morning. I forgot to use my keys on Clan Boss. So, god damn it. We'll get this done, and I'll take a look at Clan Boss. I started making changes to Ninja, which screwed up my numbers. I put more defense on Ninja and gave away some of his attack in lieu of increased defense to see if that makes a difference. And I've got multiple gear that needs trained to 16 that I've been waiting and haven't done it yet. Have I got my free stuff? As in what? What free stuff was available? What is the 13 years? Is that what it is? 13 years Plarium? Plarium? When did it go live? Let's do it real fast then. ARS. What all do we get? Let's see, what is it? 150 chest energy. 150 auto battles though. Anything free is good. We'll take free. Take free any day of the week. It just went live. Okay, so we need the rest of Faction Wars. Let's take a look at who we just used, just to make sure everybody's fully geared. Nobody's missing any gear. Nobody's trained all the way up, but I'm not that worried about that. Let's see how bad, where we're at on the next one, how far away it is. Everyone's hoping there's more. I think the event's supposed to be multiple days long, right? It's supposed to start today. And it was going to go for multiple days. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. Two weeks long. There should be more. It's 2 week long event. I have plenty of time. Am I going to be able to do this? Sugar would wipe through these. Yeah, Lizardmen is like my weakest faction right now. Lizardmen and Skinwalkers are my two weakest groups. And normally it's like as this stuff scrolls around and resets, I can't remember why I didn't do what I did, like why I didn't make it. Like, why did I stop here in the Faction Wars? Is it because I ran out of keys, or is it because this is as far as they would go? Did I not train anybody? Am I out of gear? Why? And then I can't remember, so I end up doing this every day and retrying an old one. But like, there's nothing I've done to any lizards this week that should make this an easier opportunity. How are we doing here? Got a reviver that I'm letting stand there. I don't know why I haven't been going after the reviver. I didn't notice it. I don't know why I didn't see him. Damn it. Yeah, I hadn't seen him. This round may have been doable had I paid attention. Is that my reviver gone? No. Do I have one reviver or twos? Still haven't geared any factions up yet. I mean, you saw like my gearing. I think I've got everybody at like 8 and 12 for all their gear. And everyone's trained to 50 or 60. I don't know where I'm at though. I'm above 415, that's for sure. Once we either win this or lose this one, I'll take a look at my key situation. Don't know how many I have. Are there any revivers in this mix? Eight to 12, one gear, and 40 to 50 for champions. I've moved all of my champions to 50. I've got everybody to 50 with my tops at 60. And then I'm slowly converting more over to 60. If it's garbage, I only train them to 30, especially if it's one of my weaker factions. I've always kind of tried to make sure I've got 5 decent for every faction. Not gonna make it out. Yeah, didn't make it. All right, so how many keys are we at? 590. It just takes forever. A lot of this is just set and wait. Set and wait. A lot of autoplay. But it's the variety of the tasks is what offsets the watch and wait. And I can't imagine playing this game in one time. How long is this going to take? Oh, we're on the second round. I thought we were still in the first round. I wasn't paying attention. There's no ace lizards. I mean, there's some you can get. There's one you can fusion to get. Who's that? It's Ruzard? I can't remember his name. And I've got a lot of the stuff to do it to get them there. Like, I've got a lot of the requirements, but not all of them. I just haven't attempted to fuse him. Razin, that's who it is. Big, ugly lizard guy. There's a lot of rabbit holes to go down in this game. Yeah, 10 minutes can turn into 10 hours if you're not careful. Pretty easily. And you never want to, like, sit down on a toilet to play this game because your legs will fall asleep, and it is inevitable that you will require 2 or 3 people to get your fat ass off the toilet when you have no feeling below the knees. Not that that has ever happened to me. He's one of the missions after you get Arbiter. Seriously? It's another fuse mission? Second one. We'll look at the missions after this. I didn't think there were any more fuse missions. There's an advert on high-fiving? The hell kind of advertisement would be for high-fiving? Here we go. We're almost done with this. With all the rabbit holes in the game, how are you managing to stick to one hole? That sounded really bad. Has anybody started watching the Obi-Wan Kenobi? I haven't begun it yet. I'm behind. I'm way behind. This week, because of all the soccer shit, all of the football that's going on, I'm just now getting caught up on stuff. I finished over the weekend. I watched the entire Halo series in 2 sittings. I watched all the episodes of Halo. So good. And I haven't started Stranger Things yet, because I kind of want to watch the last season of Stranger Things again. See, I want to watch season 3 again, because I can't remember exactly how it ended. Like, I have an idea, I kind of remember, but I want to watch the whole thing again before I start season 4. Because my son watched it and he's like, "Hey, do you remember blah blah blah?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "How do you not remember who that is?" And I'm like, "Just explain it to me." And he started describing things, and I'm like, "I just don't remember. Like, how did I forget that? Like, what part am I not remembering?" And so now I want to watch the whole thing again. Just to see what I missed. You have time before the second. It doesn't come out till July, right? That's next. I want to watch all of this. Stranger Things is next, and I have to watch. I finished Moon Knight last week. We watched all of Moon Knight. Haven't started Obi-Wan yet, and then we just saw that the Fantastical Beasts, the Secrets of Dumbledore was just released on HBO Max. So that's on the list. And then we just finishing up watching Batman with my daughter. And what else? There's something else that's just came out. Or is coming out. I still have The Stand to watch. I haven't finished The Stand. That's on Paramount Plus where Halo was. There's just a lot of shit out right now. And I'm so glad that my season is over. Once I get all of these rosters complete and numbers together, I'll be okay. But the next 2 weeks is just going to be a chance to get caught up on all of this shit. So much stuff. Hopper's back. I just remember last season at the very end where there was a teaser and it showed him in like a gulag in Russia. That's all I know. And I don't think I'm going to watch the entire season 3. I think I might just go through and watch like the very beginning of the episodes where it's like, it kind of recaps. Like what does it do that? Can you watch recaps of the episodes? If there's episode recaps, I'll just watch those, or I might just fast forward through the episodes just to remember. Because it feels like the last season of Stranger Things was like 2018 or some crazy shit. It was before the pandemic. So was it 2019? Is it 3 years since the last season was out? Is that right? The start of the episode recaps 3 years. Yeah, see, that's why I need to watch it again. Just to remember. I don't want to miss anything. But Halo was really good. Not so much like the books or the game. They changed a lot of shit. But it wasn't bad changes. Morbius. Yes, we watched that a week ago. I liked it. It didn't bother me any. It was kind of weird to see the crossover in it, but I liked it. It's my opinion when it comes to like comic book movies and stuff is kind of I'm not a very reliable source for whether or not anything's good, because I enjoy watching movies to the point where even if it's bad, I'm just like, at least it was a 90-minute escape. But I didn't think Morbius was bad. I thought it was a decent film. It wasn't my favorite, and I'll probably never watch it again, but it wasn't a waste of my time. Let's put it that way. Okay, what do we got here? This is an awful group. We'll try it one time and see how it goes. A lot of people didn't get I Am Legend. Now, I will say, okay, I didn't dislike I Am Legend, but I absolutely love the book. And the book is so dated, and they changed it so bad from the book. Like, they went in such a different direction that the movie kind of it upset me in that sense, because it was such a if you've never read the book, you'll never understand why some of us who were fans of the book were so upset about I Am Legend, because it is like the whole thing about, like, in the movie, Will Smith it's like you never get that he's the bad guy. But when you read the book, you discover in the book the whole point of I Am Legend is he is legend because he's the boogeyman. He's the boogeyman to all of the vampires, and the book does it really well. The movie did not. Damn. So we got to back off one. Oh, wait, we're missing artifacts? No, we're not buying anything. No boots. Speed. Damn. And I'm out. Can't remember a film that was better than the book. There's got to be a few out there. Not many, but a few. I don't think that's enough to make a difference, was those boots. Yeah, I don't think the boots made the difference. Let me think about it. A book, a movie that I like the movie better than the book. The new Jurassic Park I will watch hands down, specifically for Laura Dern. Laura Dern. I will watch anything with Laura Dern in it. Thinking, there's got to be a movie that was better than the book. You know, the one that I think would be close. I think the one that I think would be close would be the original Did I not do that as... We'll try it one more time just to see. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the book versus the Swedish film. I think I may have liked the Swedish film better than the book, and not near as much so the Daniel Craig version, but the original Swedish version with, who was that? It was Naomi. Was she in the original? The Millennium series? Now I got to see who was in it. I think it was Naomi. What's her name? Naomi Report. Not the 2011. 2009. The 2009 version. Which, who was it? Naomi Rapace. Yeah, I was right. That may be one of the only ones that is better. The Swedish version of that. Maybe. Angel and Demons. Oh, the God damn, what are those? What's his name? It's the series. The first one was the Da Vinci Code, and he's got a name. I can't remember. There's a whole book series with him. I can't remember the name of it though. It is the one with Tom Hanks. Did I just win that? I did. It did make a difference. The boots did it. Tom Hanks. What was his name? Dr. I'm not going to be able to remember that. Dan Brown? No, Dan Brown's who wrote the books. It's... What was Tom Hanks's name in the movie, in the books? He's got a name. I can't remember his name. I could look it up. I just don't want to look it up. I want to see if I can remember it. I can't remember it. You know it? It's I can't. I'm not gonna be able to remember it. It's not like sometimes you have something that's like on the tip of your brain, and you know it, and if you think about it hard enough, or you stop thinking about it. Robert, it's Robert Townsend. It's Dr. Robert Townsend. I can't remember it. Robert sounds right. I just can't remember the last one. Langdon. Robert Langdon. I would not have remembered that. I know I would not have. That would not have come back into the brain. It's familiar once once it's say it out loud, but I would not have remembered that. Those were good movies. Can't remember a bad Tom Hanks film? Big. Too much. Can't do it there. Big was an awful Tom Hanks movie. That movie was so messed up. The whole if you watch it now, it's weird. Like when like the whole thing with the girl, she's like, do you want to sleep over? And he like hops up on the top bunk bed. That is so cringy now. It's so weird. There's like school teachers out there that are like, that's how it happened to me. God, it's hard to think of a book that the movie was better. There's a lot of Green Mile, Castaway, and Forrest Gump are your top three. Even if you watch Forrest Gump back now, that movie's messed up. Forrest Gump's got some seriously messed up stuff in it. Castaway was good. I watched Castaway. I liked Castaway. I saw that with my mom. She cried like a little girl years ago. When it first came out, I went to the theater to see that with her. My hands down favorite Tom Hanks movie, my top three, number one would be Road to Perdition. Number two would be Saving Private Ryan. And I wouldn't put Green Mile in my top three either. Not even top three for Tom Hanks. Road to Perdition is probably my favorite. That's my favorite Tom Hanks movie. Just because it's weird to see Tom Hanks in a role as an assassin. Forrest Gump. I liked Forrest Gump when it came out, but I don't think it's in my top. It's not my top three. Road to Perdition. Saving Private Ryan. I'm trying to think of what all Tom Hanks movies there are. Let's see. $93 movies. He's been a lot of shit. I haven't seen Finch yet. Haven't seen Finch yet. Castaway. Yeah, I might be conceding this. I might come back. Yeah, I think I am. I think I would say, yeah, it's my top three is Road to Perdition. Road to Perdition. Forrest Gump. And Finch is the new one. Finch is the new one. I can't remember that. Yeah, and Saving Private Ryan. That's my three favorite. All movies with dogs are good. Was it Turner and Hooch? That's the one with the dog. I don't remember the name of the one where in the airport where he was like, I don't know, he was like from Kazakhstan or something and he got trapped in an airport and he falls in love with like Jennifer Lopez or something. I can't remember who it was. It was, it may have been, God, I can't remember who that was. Turner and Hooch is a classic. You're a big Will Smith fan. There's some good Will Smith movies. There's some bad Will Smith movies. My favorite Will Smith movie, Terminal. That's the one where he's stuck in the airport. Terminal. Who was the girl in that? Oh, Wild Wild West is like the worst movie ever made. That literally could be the worst film ever made. That movie is awful. That is so bad on so many different levels. The only thing that made that movie halfway decent was Selma Hayek's breasts. That's all I'm saying. That movie was awful. Now, who were we talking about? Oh, Will Smith. There's a Will Smith movie. Trying to remember the name of it. I know I can't remember the exact. It's the weight of the human brain. 7 pounds. Is that what it is? 7 pounds. Yeah, 7 pounds. That's a great movie. Focus, is that the one with Margot Robbie? That was good. I think that's the one. That's a good movie too. I forgot about that one. Where they're con artists. Anything with Margot Robbie's good. I'll watch anything with Margot Robbie. All right, so now we've got the daily shit's done. I need to do my clan boss stuff. Let's see if we can't train this a little bit. I've got 2 here that are not maxed out. Just haven't done it. The Legend of Bagger Vance. That's the golf caddy. Hitch is an awful movie. What's the other one? Hancock. That's a terrible one too. The original ID4 was good. The second one, not good. Did I not play these? I did not do them this morning. Shit. I'm behind. And now it's like, should I just do it or wait? Because I'm 3 hours away. I'm going to miss my 2 keys after reset. I think I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait and do them right after that resets. The one with his son, oh, that's the one where it's After Earth. That's not good. But I think that has more to do with his son than it does him. That was not a good movie. There's another one that came out around the same time with Morgan Freeman and Tom Cruise called Oblivion. See, now you can't say I love Keanu Reeves. I love everything Keanu Reeves is in. I don't care what it is. Keanu Reeves is my favorite. Like the Bill and Ted's. Is it My Own Private Idaho? God, I love Keanu Reeves. He's not a fantastic actor, but I like the character that he is. My Own Private Idaho, he's good at portraying chill characters. Yes. My Own Private Idaho was my favorite movie for a really, really long time. Love that movie. It was him and River Phoenix before River Phoenix died. Yeah. There was another one. He was a samurai. Will Smith is a samurai. Or, I mean, Keanu Reeves is a samurai. There was, I mean, John Wick, the John Wick series. The Last Samurai was not, that was Tom Cruise. Oh, 49 Ronin. $47 Ronin? Was that? Oh, it was him. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen it. John Wick is beautifully shot too. Ryan Reynolds, I have been the biggest fan of Ryan Reynolds from the very first episode of Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. And Jesus, how long ago is that? Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. That was 1998. That was I loved that show so much. Loved it so much. It was Trailer Howard, Ryan Reynolds, and another guy. I cannot remember who the other guy was, but his name in the show was Pete. And it's, God, I love that show. That show is so good. His demeanor in his film suits all the characters he plays. The bodyguard's wife is so good. That's Van Wilder. What year was Van Wilder? Because that was after Two Guys and a Girl. Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place is my favorite TV sitcom of all time. And it was about these three friends who all work together at a pizza shop. And the trailer played a girl named Sharon Carter, and his name was Berg. Ryan Reynolds was Berg, and then the other guy was Pete Dunville. Yeah, Pete Dunville and Sharon Carter, and then he was Berg. And they worked in this pizza parlor, and they were just three friends. And there was he was from the TV show MASH. I cannot remember his name. He played like a homeless guy that was always eating in the pizza parlor. And every episode he would break in and he would tell a story about like something that happened to him and relate it to what's going on. But his stories were always just, it was the plot to a film. And it made no sense, but it was always hilarious because you would hear him talking. Like someone would say something, he would go, "This one time when I was a lifeguard up in Maine, we had all these great white shark attacks, and me and this guy we went out onto the water and we killed that shark. We blew it up. It's like always a plot to some movie. God, I love that show. And Ryan Reynolds played Ryan Reynolds. It was the greatest. If you've never seen it, you need to look it up. 2 guys, a girl, in a pizza place. It was like that for a couple of years, and then they changed it because people didn't understand the pizza place, and they moved it out of the pizza place, and it just became 2 guys and a girl. So good. All right. I think we're done. I got my shit done for today. That was all I really wanted to do. Was to get all my stuff done. All right. Let's see. Is there anywhere else? Oh, Dustin's streaming. We'll raid Dustin. I didn't even know he was streaming. He's playing UFC. I haven't played UFC today. That's how bad it is. All right. Thanks a lot for hanging out. We'll start this raid as soon as we can. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back Friday. And Friday we'll set the giveaway up for next week. And then I should be back onto a regular schedule moving forward now that my season is complete. Thank God. All right. Thanks a lot. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.